To document a patient's past medical history, click the Patient History Template tool from within your chart note. Click New to add a new item. Then type the details of the condition in the free text box. And click OK. By default, the checkboxes for Display in Note and Display on Face Sheet will be selected. If you would not like this information to display in the note, for example, uncheck the applicable box prior to closing this dialog. If you need to add more history, click New again and repeat the steps we took earlier of typing or dictating the information. If you need to modify one of the conditions you have already entered, highlight that item at the top and then click Edit. If you would like to remove history from the patient's chart, highlight the item and click Delete. When you are finished documenting this patient's medical history, click OK to close this dialog. You will then see the designated information populate the progress note and the face sheet. At a follow-up visit, since this information is already in the patient's chart, your interaction with this field should be minimal. You have a couple options depending on the situation. By default, nothing will print in your note regarding patient medical history, but you will be able to see if something is already documented by looking at the face sheet. If the patient's current history is the same as what you already have documented, you can select the PFSH template tool and then click the link option for No Changes. This will output the text, "There have been no changes to this patient's history since his or her last visit." Additionally, if you would like to add the date of the last visit, click the Date Last Seen pick list and then enter the date. If you would also like the patient's history to print in your current chart note, click the Patient History button and then check the box for Display in Note for all items. This can be done quickly by clicking Select All. After you click OK, you will see the information populate the chart note. The decision as to whether you include this information in follow-up notes is based on your practice's operational and billing procedures. Conversely, if this is a follow-up visit, but there has been a change to the patient's medical history, you could click the PFSH template tool and then select the link option for New Changes. This will output the text, "New changes in the patient's history since the last visit are detailed below." You would then click the Patient History button and New to add the new information. Any information entered within this dialog will output to the face sheet and be available to reference in future chart notes.